Have you ever felt extremely tired, forgetful, or breathless, and thought it was just normal aging? What if these symptoms aren't about getting older but warning signs of serious iron deficiency that could be quietly damaging your heart, brain, and overall health? In this video, I'll uncover the shocking truth about symptoms like dry mouth, brittle nails, hair thinning, memory problems, and restless nights. These aren't just small problems. They could be alarm bells that your body lacks oxygen due to low iron levels. You'll discover real experiences from people who dismissed these signs as normal aging, only to find their health was in danger. But I'll also show you proven scientific ways to spot iron deficiency early, plus simple diet changes and foods that can boost your iron levels and energy dramatically. Most importantly, I'll teach you a secret method that can increase your iron absorption by 3 times, something most people don't know but could transform your life. If you want to protect your heart, improve your memory, fight fatigue, and restore your energy, this video is essential. Stay until the end because this information could add years of healthy living and help you avoid serious problems later. Let's start your journey to feeling younger, stronger, and healthier today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our videos. Your support means everything to me. If you enjoyed this video, help me share valuable health information by liking and sharing it. If you like today's topic, comment 1. If not, comment 0, so I know how to make better videos for you. Now let's begin. The silent danger. Some of the saddest cases I see are older adults who ignore serious health warnings, dismissing them as just part of aging. But these signs are often much more. They're desperate calls for help from a body fighting silently, sometimes from severe iron deficiency. Consider the story of Mr. Thomas Anderson, a brilliant 79-year-old grandfather from a small Kansas town. Thomas was famous in his community for his amazing memory skills in playing checkers. He won many local tournaments and enjoyed weekly games with his checkers club friends for years. But then things changed. Thomas began noticing his once sharp memory starting to fade. He struggled to focus during games, forgetting moves and losing his winning strategies. Instead of enjoying the friendship and mental challenge, he felt frustrated and confused. Eventually, he stopped going to the checkers group completely. When Thomas first came to my office, he said quietly, "Doctor, I feel like my mind is getting slower. Maybe it's just because I'm old." For 2 years, he lived with this decline, pushing through the mental cloudiness and thinking it was normal aging. His friends had similar problems, and they'd comfort each other saying, "Well, that's what happens when you age." But Thomas's problem was much worse than anyone knew. When he finally got medical help, we found his heart was seriously struggling, working far below normal levels. The cause? Severe iron deficiency. Soon after, I met Mrs. Patricia Williams, an active 72-year-old woman from a nearby town. Patricia was known among her neighbors for her beautiful, strong nails. They were the pride of everyone in her reading club. But she came to me worried that her nails had started breaking and curving inward like tiny bowls. At first, Patricia ignored it, thinking it was just a beauty problem or normal aging. "Do nails change like this just because you get old?" she asked me, concerned but unsure. A few weeks later, Patricia collapsed at home from dizziness and was taken to the emergency room. Tests showed severe iron deficiency anemia, causing her body, especially her heart, to suffer from dangerous oxygen shortage. Only then did she understand that her nail changes weren't just cosmetic or normal aging. They were serious warning signs her body was sending. What did Thomas, Patricia, and many others share? They all blamed their symptoms on getting older when they were actually fighting severe iron deficiency, a condition that quietly gets worse over time if not treated. Why iron deficiency is so dangerous? What makes iron deficiency so dangerous is how slowly and silently it progresses. It gradually steals oxygen from your body's tissues, a condition doctors call tissue hypoxia. Without enough oxygen reaching your heart, brain, and muscles, your body struggles to do even basic tasks. If this oxygen shortage continues, the risk of heart attack nearly doubles. Imagine your heart, a tireless muscle pumping blood every second of your life, suddenly forced to work with oxygen-poor blood. It's like trying to pump thick mud instead of clean water. This causes fluid to build up in your lungs, making every breath difficult. Even small physical activities can leave you gasping and exhausted, making daily life feel like a battle. Your brain also suffers from lack of oxygen, causing memory problems and trouble concentrating. You might find yourself saying, "Oh, I forgot," again. But it's your brain crying out from low oxygen levels. Iron deficiency also increases your risk of dementia and weakens your immune system. You might catch colds more often, and small cuts or wounds take much longer to heal. For example, if you accidentally cut yourself while gardening and notice the wound hasn't healed after 2 weeks, don't just blame aging. It could be iron deficiency. In the worst cases, iron deficiency can be life-threatening. This isn't scare talk. It's supported by solid medical research. The American Geriatric Society reports that seniors over 65 with severe iron deficiency have a death rate more than twice as high, 2.3 times higher within 5 years compared to those with normal iron levels. What's even more alarming is that many people with iron deficiency unknowingly do things that block their body's ability to absorb iron. For instance, many seniors drink coffee or tea with every meal, or drink lots of milk throughout the day. One patient, 83-year-old Mr. Benjamin Foster, had a daily routine that included a glass of milk each morning, coffee after lunch, and herbal tea in the evening. While these drinks are common and considered healthy by many, they interfere with iron absorption. That's because tannins in coffee and tea, along with calcium in milk, block your body's ability to absorb iron from food. If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're still with me. On top of that, as we age, our stomach acid levels naturally drop, making it harder for the body to extract iron efficiently from foods. This is one major reason why iron deficiency becomes more common and severe with age. I don't share this to scare you but to empower you. If you can recognize early warning signs of iron deficiency and take action, you can avoid these serious health risks. So if you're experiencing 3 or more symptoms like the ones we'll discuss, it's time to get tested. A simple blood test at your doctor's office can check your iron levels and help you take the right steps toward recovery. 10. Warning signs of iron deficiency. First symptom: dry mouth and painful tongue. Let me tell you about Mr. Marcus Thompson, a respected member of a business network here in California. Marcus has always been outgoing, loving conversations and networking at conferences, meetings, and business dinners. But lately, he started avoiding these gatherings. When I asked why, he sighed and explained, "Doctor, I keep drinking water constantly, but my mouth feels like sand, and my tongue burns. Talking just makes it worse. It's embarrassing, and honestly, it makes me want to stay home." A dry mouth and burning tongue are often overlooked symptoms, but they can be early signs of iron deficiency. When your body lacks iron, the tissues in your mouth and tongue can become swollen and dry, making simple activities like speaking or eating uncomfortable. Second symptom: strange nail changes. Then there's Mrs. Jennifer Martinez, a lively 69-year-old woman who always took pride in her hands, often wearing beautiful nail designs she would carefully create at home or the salon. One day she came to my office concerned. "Doctor," she said, "no matter what I do, my nails keep breaking, and they look different. I don't understand. Even with nail polish, they look strange and weak." On closer examination, Jennifer's nails showed a classic sign of iron deficiency, called spoon nails. This condition causes nail beds to curve inward, forming a spoon-like shape. Imagine a wooden floor that's been stepped on too hard, leaving dents. That's what happens to nails when the protein structure weakens due to low iron. These changes are more than cosmetic. They signal a serious nutritional deficiency that needs attention. Third symptom: excessive hair thinning. Mr. Christopher Davis, a well-known lawyer at a major Boston law firm, was proud of his thick, full hair. He often joked, "Even young people are jealous of my hair." But lately, Christopher confided, "Doctor, every morning when I brush my hair, I'm losing handfuls. After showers, the drain is always clogged with hair. This isn't normal thinning. It feels different." Hair loss due to iron deficiency differs from typical male pattern baldness. It's caused by lack of oxygen reaching hair roots, leading to thinning not only on the scalp but sometimes even the eyebrows. This type of hair loss can be reversed if the underlying iron deficiency is treated early. Fourth symptom: breathlessness, and racing heart. When climbing steps, meet Mr. Kevin Rodriguez, president of his local walking club in Arizona. He was the energetic leader of weekly walks, guiding groups through trails and hills with ease. But recently, Kevin noticed that climbing just 3 flights of stairs leaves him gasping for breath, and his heart races like never before. He said, "I can't figure out why my energy just disappeared so fast. This feeling is like a car engine overheating because it's running on empty." Iron deficiency reduces blood's ability to carry oxygen, forcing the heart to work overtime to supply the body. This extra workload leads to breathlessness and heart racing even during mild activity. Fifth symptom, ear ringing and dizziness. Mrs. Dorothy Clark has been attending early morning church services faithfully for over 40 years in her community. Lately, she's been troubled by constant ringing in her ears during prayers, along with sudden dizziness when standing up, sometimes nearly causing her to faint. These symptoms, ear ringing and dizziness, can be linked to iron deficiency. When oxygen supply is insufficient, the delicate structures of the inner ear and brain don't work properly, causing balance problems and hearing disturbances. Sixth symptom, restless legs at night. Preventing sleep. Many seniors share a common complaint: the inability to get restful sleep because of uncomfortable feelings in their legs. Professor Andrew Taylor, an enthusiastic card player and retired college professor, used to enjoy playing every evening with friends. But recently, he stopped joining his card group because his legs tingle, twitch, and feel restless, especially at night. Our bodies need iron even when we're resting, just like a parked car still needs brakes to stay safe. Iron deficiency can cause restless leg syndrome, a neurological disorder that triggers involuntary leg movements and discomfort, disrupting sleep and lowering quality of life. Seventh symptom, frequent colds and slow wound healing. Let me tell you about Mrs. Elizabeth Green, a cheerful grandmother from Michigan. Elizabeth often jokes that she catches colds more often than her grandchildren, who understandably prefer to keep their distance when she's sick. More concerning, though, is that a small cut she got while cooking hasn't healed properly even after 3 weeks. This kind of persistent wound healing delay, combined with frequent infections like colds, can be a red flag for iron deficiency. Iron is crucial for a healthy immune system and for repairing damaged tissues. When your body is low on iron, your defenses weaken, and your wounds take longer to heal. Eighth symptom, pale face and cold hands and feet. Mrs. Catherine Wilson was once known in her neighborhood for her rosy, vibrant complexion that made her look much younger than her 76 years. But recently, friends have noticed she looks unusually pale, and her hands and feet are often cold to the touch. Some even joked, "Catherine, did you switch to new makeup?" Iron deficiency affects the color and circulation of your blood, leading to that pale appearance and making hands and feet feel cold. This isn't just about looks. It's a sign your body isn't getting the oxygen it needs to keep tissues healthy and warm. Ninth symptom, poor focus and memory loss. Then there's Mr. Raymond Phillips, a retired librarian who's loved playing chess all his life. Lately, he's been forgetting recent moves in his games, and sometimes finds himself staring blankly at the board, unable to recall what just happened. Think of it like an unstable power supply causing your computer screen to flicker and freeze. When the brain doesn't get enough oxygen due to iron deficiency, your ability to focus and remember declines, making everyday mental tasks frustrating and exhausting. 10th symptom, depression and constant tiredness. Many people face this quietly. Mrs. Barbara Lewis, once the life of her local book club and neighborhood gatherings, now finds it hard to get out of bed most mornings. She often feels overwhelmed with sadness and tears, avoiding social activities she used to love. Iron plays a vital role in producing brain chemicals like serotonin and dopamine that regulate mood and happiness. Think of them as nutrients that help your mental garden flourish. Without enough iron, those nutrients dwindle, and feelings of depression and fatigue take hold. So take a moment and ask yourself, how many of these symptoms are familiar to you? If you notice 3 or more, it's time to see your doctor and get tested for iron deficiency. Early detection can make a world of difference in reclaiming your health and vitality. If you're still watching and finding these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know you're still here with me. I see patients every day who come in with these symptoms, and almost all of them say, "I never realized it could be iron deficiency." What's even more heartbreaking is that many endured these symptoms for years, sometimes more than 2, thinking it was just normal aging. During that precious time, their health gradually worsened, and the damage grew harder to reverse. That's why I want to stress this. Please don't ignore these warning signs. A simple blood test can measure your iron levels, and catching it early means a much faster and smoother recovery. Why iron deficiency happens in older adults. So why does iron deficiency happen so often in older adults? Let me tell you about Mrs. Helen Jackson, a 76-year-old retiree who had a daily routine she thought was very healthy. Every morning, she drank a strong cup of coffee. After lunch, she sipped green tea, believing it helped with digestion and metabolism. And before bedtime, she always had a glass of milk to keep her bones strong. When Helen came in complaining of fatigue and memory issues, I was shocked to find her iron levels were less than half of what they should be. Why? Because these everyday drinks, coffee, tea, and milk, actually interfere with how your body absorbs iron. I call them iron thieves because they steal iron right out of your system. Coffee and tea contain compounds called polyphenols and tannins, which can block up to 60% of the iron your body tries to absorb from food. Imagine that. If you drink coffee or tea with every meal, you could be wasting more than half of the iron you eat. I remember one gentleman, Mr. Samuel Brooks, who told me he couldn't start his day without coffee because it gave him headaches. Otherwise. But his iron level was low too. I suggested he try drinking coffee at least an hour after meals, and after a few months his iron levels improved significantly. Milk presents a similar problem. The calcium in milk competes with iron for absorption, like two people fighting for one bus seat. Calcium usually wins, leaving iron out in the cold. If you eat iron-rich cereal with milk every morning, your body might be missing out on much of that iron. Mr. Gregory Turner believed he was eating healthy by having oatmeal with milk daily, but he developed symptoms of iron deficiency because both the compounds in oats and the calcium in milk blocked iron absorption. Another reason iron deficiency worsens with age is that stomach acid production naturally decreases. Have you noticed your digestion slowing down as you get older? Many people tell me they find it harder to digest meat these days. Think of stomach acid like soap in a washing machine. Without enough soap, your clothes don't get clean. Without enough stomach acid, your body can't extract iron effectively from food. I had a patient, Mr. Arthur Webb, who had severe heartburn and had been taking acid reducers for over a decade. He told me, "If I don't take these medications, my stomach burns and I can't sleep." Unfortunately, after years of acid suppression, he came in weak and tired and was diagnosed with severe iron deficiency caused by poor absorption. Chronic illnesses and medications common in older adults also worsen iron deficiency. Diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and arthritis cause inflammation that interferes with iron metabolism. Mrs. Nancy Cooper, who takes pain relievers every day for arthritis, experienced tiny gut bleeds caused by her medication. It was like carrying a bucket with a small hole. Water slowly leaking away, or in her case, iron being lost little by little. Another important fact is that elderly women are at higher risk for iron deficiency. Many have experienced blood loss during pregnancy and childbirth, which lowers iron stores for life. Mrs. Sandra Miller, a grandmother of 3, barely recovered after each childbirth and went straight back to work without much rest. Even in her 70s, her iron stores remained low, leading to severe deficiency. These stories highlight why older adults are particularly vulnerable to iron deficiency. But the good news is that by understanding and managing these risk factors, you can prevent or improve iron deficiency. 9 iron-rich foods for older adults. Today's supermarkets are full of healthy foods, but which ones truly help boost your iron? Next, I'll share 9 iron-rich foods that are especially good for older adults. First, seafood like shrimp, octopus, and squid are excellent sources of highly absorbable iron. For example, just 3.5 Oz, 100 g, of dried squid provides about 65% of your daily iron needs. Mrs. Carol Edwards from Florida makes stir-fried squid twice a week and says it helps her stay energetic and active. Eating seafood 2 to 3 times weekly is an easy and effective way to boost your iron. Second, dried prunes, often called nature's iron pills, provide a significant iron boost even in small amounts. While some might find their sourness a bit strong, mixing prunes with yogurt or oatmeal can make them delicious. Just 5 prunes each morning can make a noticeable difference in reducing iron deficiency. Third, black soybeans are among the highest iron-containing plant foods. Fermented black soy products like tempeh or miso offer even better iron absorption. Mr. Victor Martinez, a retiree in Miami, started eating black soybean rice 3 times a week and soon felt much more energetic. Fourth, lentils are a true superfood, rich in iron, protein, and fiber. They cook faster than many other beans, making them convenient. Mrs. Rachel Johnson often prepares lentil soup, which she shares with friends at her community center, keeping everyone lively and healthy. Fifth, sunflower seeds pack the most iron among nuts and seeds. Just a small handful, about 1 oz, 30 gr, provides roughly 20% of your daily iron requirement. My own grandmother always carried sunflower seeds as a snack, and it helped her stay energetic throughout the day. Sixth, buckwheat contains 3 times more iron than regular white rice. Mixing buckwheat with rice in a 2:1 ratio, or eating buckwheat noodles is an easy way to increase iron intake. Buckwheat is easy to cook and widely available in most grocery stores. Seventh, dried apricots provide about 18% of your daily iron per 3.5 oz, 100 gr. At local senior clubs, apricots were initially unfamiliar, but have since become a highly requested snack thanks to their sweet taste and health benefits. Eighth, leafy greens like kale and Swiss chard are some of the richest vegetables in iron. They also provide plenty of vitamin C, which greatly improves iron absorption. My neighbor, who eats Swiss chard soup daily, has never had anemia even into his 80s. Ninth, cacao nibs, healthy unprocessed chocolate bits, offer about 20% of daily iron in a 1 oz, 30 gr serving. You can sprinkle them on yogurt or oatmeal, though start with small amounts as they have a slight bitterness. 5 essential tips to improve iron absorption. But remember, iron absorption is the key. Eating iron-rich foods won't help much if your body can't absorb the iron properly. So here are 5 essential tips to improve iron absorption. Combine iron with vitamin C, which can triple iron absorption. My neighbor, Mr. George Parker, saw no improvement with iron supplements until he started drinking fresh orange juice with them. His energy returned quickly. Eat iron-rich foods alongside vitamin C-rich fruits and vegetables like oranges, strawberries, and bell peppers, or consider vitamin C supplements after meals. Keep at least a 1-hour gap between coffee, tea, milk, and iron-rich meals. These drinks block iron absorption. One patient, Mr. Peter Collins, drank green tea every time he ate black soybeans, which stopped him from absorbing iron properly. Avoid coffee, tea, and milk for an hour after meals containing iron. Soak beans, nuts, and whole grains overnight before cooking. This reduces compounds that block iron absorption. Mrs. Olivia Thompson started doing this and noticed her energy levels improved. If you're still watching and finding these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still here with me. Eat iron-rich foods with protein. Certain amino acids in animal proteins help your body absorb iron better. Mrs. Victoria Adams, who mostly ate plant-based meals, found her iron deficiency improved when she added lean meats once or twice a week. Maintain healthy stomach acid levels. Stomach acid is vital for iron absorption. If you take acid-reducing medications, consult your doctor to use them only when necessary and to separate them from mealtimes if possible. For severe iron deficiency, diet alone might not be enough. Your doctor may prescribe iron supplements, but be careful. Too much iron can cause stomach pain, constipation, or liver problems. Always consult your physician before starting supplements. If you consistently follow these dietary methods for 3 to 6 months, most people's iron levels return to normal and symptoms improve significantly. Many of my patients tell me they feel 10 years younger just by managing their iron properly. Success stories. Let me share some inspiring success stories. Mrs. Rebecca Moore, a former piano teacher, stopped playing after her nails cracked and finger joints ached. She thought retirement was just around the corner because of age and pain, but tests revealed severe iron deficiency. After 5 months of dietary changes, her nails strengthened, Joint pain disappeared, and she returned to teaching piano. When Sawetia asked her secret, she smiled and said, "It's the magic of iron." Professor Walter Hayes, 77, struggled with memory and focus while writing his memoir. He said, "My mind was foggy, and I couldn't recall names I once knew well." Worried about dementia, he was relieved to learn it was iron deficiency. After 4 months of following iron absorption methods, his mental clarity improved dramatically. He finished his memoir and was featured in his local newspaper. "My last chapter is the clearest and brightest," he said proudly. Mrs. Michelle Roberts, 69, a lifelong dancer, quit teaching after dizziness and chest tightness held her back. Her iron levels were just 1/10 of normal. After 3 months of focused dietary care and iron absorption techniques, her dizziness vanished, her stamina returned, and she even started a senior dance club performing at local events, all without drugs or special treatments. You can do this, too. Start including these iron-rich foods in your meals and follow the absorption tips. My mentor, Dr. Albert Chen, worked actively as a physician until age 92, camping after work with energy to spare. When asked about his secret, he said simply, "I keep my iron levels healthy." Conclusion. Today, I've shared very important health information. Perhaps some of you recognize symptoms like dry mouth, strange nails, hair loss, difficulty climbing stairs, or ringing in your ears. These are not just signs of aging. They could be signs of iron deficiency. You also learned that iron deficiency isn't just about feeling tired. It can lead to serious conditions like heart disease, memory decline, and lower quality of life. But don't worry. If you follow these guidelines, iron deficiency can improve. Remember the 9 iron-rich foods, and practice the 5 tips to enhance iron absorption. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with me. We've covered a lot today, from recognizing warning signs of iron deficiency to learning which foods can boost your iron and how to absorb it better. Now I'd love to hear from you. What is one new thing you've learned from this video that you plan to put into practice in your daily life? Please share your thoughts and experiences by leaving a comment below. Your stories might inspire others in our community. If you found this video helpful, please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our future health tips designed just for you. Together, let's take charge of our health and live stronger, happier lives. See you in the next video.